How's your morning going? It was so cold and tears hurt the eyes when they freeze because I'm just so happy she's alive. Hi there, I'm Christy. Welcome to my channel. I am currently in Northern Alberta, Zone 2B, where we grow our own food, preserving and consuming what we grow. So today I am doing a pantry challenge. I'm doing the Three River Pantry Challenge. However, today is another day in extreme cold temperatures. It is currently minus 39, I think it was. It warmed up from 41 to 39 in the last hour here. So I'm definitely gonna go do chores. However, there is a wind, and the wind is negative 50 below Celsius. So with the wind chill, so I'm bundling up as best as I can. This is our third week going into these frigid cold temperatures. We had one day where it was above 20. My truck is not gonna start again today. This is like the 5th time my truck has froze up. It's so cold that not even a battery charger will start it because it's just too cold. Too cold. So up here in Northern Alberta, it's definitely very, very, very dangerously cold temperatures to be outside. My chores are gonna, my cat is trying to climb a wall, sorry. My chores are gonna take me longer today because last night it was extremely cold and the wind had picked up, and I didn't feel very confident in myself being outside for that long of time by myself because I was at home alone and I was starting to get really cold. And so I came in and I didn't do a lot of the pre stuff that I usually do the night before for the morning, because the mornings are always the coldest. And so today I have to go outside. Chores should probably take me about 40 to 45 minutes. This morning, that usually don't take that long, but I need to bring in some firewood because I ran out in the house. And I have to break some ice off the water. I would like to take you along to show you how we cope with extreme temperatures and why these pantry challenges are so important to learn as a skill. However, the camera will not run outside. It shuts down. If you've ever been in cold temperatures, you know that batteries, no matter what kind of battery it is, it will drain and you will have to charge it or boost it. That's why my brand new truck battery is dead in my pickup. My phone battery, if I take it outside, it'll just die within minutes. And then I have to put it on a charger to bring it back to life. So electronics in these frigid, extreme cold temperatures with 50 below wind chills are not gonna be, I'm not gonna be able to take you with the equipment I have. Unfortunately, I would love to. So just something to know. This is not common for Alberta to be, for Northern Alberta to be in these colder temperatures. This is very abnormal. We are used to having 40 below days, like maybe a couple days, but not weeks and weeks on end with these type of wind chills. I am very concerned as a flower farmer because as part of my revenue here to be able to, well, basically for me to grow my own food and for me to basically grow free food, I have to subsidize it with some sort of income, and that is flower farming. And cut flower farming. Well, when you have a lot of perennials that you put in and spent the last few years cultivating and you have 50 below wind chills, it's going to be very, 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 very dramatic spring when I'm waiting for everything to decide whether it lived or died. So yeah, these are just a few of the things that are on my mind today. But right now, I need to go get the animals fed, #1 priority. I need to try to somehow get my truck started because I do have to go into town today. I don't have to, but I really should because I have things to pick up that I ordered for supplies that I couldn't get in town, and I ordered some supplies in and it took a really long time because we had extreme weather conditions preventing it from being shipped. So, and extreme weather conditions preventing certain items to be available in our town. So it is in and I wanted to go pick it up. So I just gotta get bundled up so that I will be able to manage my body heat and my energy outside in these temperatures to feed the animals. I'm very fortunate because our yard is semi blocked in and such, so it shouldn't be too bad, and I'm in and out of buildings, so I'm out of the wind. So I definitely am much more fortunate than a lot of other people that are outside today working in these extreme conditions, like my husband, starting trucks and getting them out of ditches right now. So I'm very grateful, and that's why I am so grateful that I have the skills of using the Pantry Challenge as a life skill, because there is no way, if I was dependent upon going to the grocery store every day or even every second or third day, it wouldn't be realistic in these extreme conditions that we are having. And again, I must emphasize, this is not normal. This is not normal for our climate to have these extreme conditions. However, I've always made sure I prepared, because we've had little micro doses over the years, over my lifetime. I've experienced these little situations where you weren't able to go to town, and there was a week with cold temperatures, or a week of a nasty snowstorm and you were snowed in. And so we've had a week with no power once. And so, I've learned these skills because of these little warning signs that it's changing, that things are changing, and that we need to learn how to manage our homes without being codependent. That's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna go do chores now. Wish me luck. I really hope wherever you are warm and comfortable. I really do. I don't like these temperatures. I lost a laying hen. They froze. So usually I can maintain my chicken coop with ceramic bulbs that get warm enough that it maintains around 20 to 25 below at the coldest. And the water, the electric water that I have in there, it will keep going and keep the water thawed out to approximately minus 25 to minus 30. Everything is frozen. The wind, it just couldn't stay warm enough in there the way the wind was blowing. It wasn't protected. It was just, the wind was blowing just perfectly, and I lost my oldest laying hen, the only hen that I have that lays pink and purple eggs. I had given her some medication and tried to nurse her back, and it didn't, oh, it's hot in here now. It didn't look so bad for a while. She looked really good. And so, but she was the older one, and clearly she couldn't keep up. So I decided I'm going to put a heater in the coop inside of a kennel, like a dish heater, and I'm going to put it on a thermostat. So the thermostat will kick on when it gets to minus 17 degrees Celsius in the chicken coop, and then it will keep that heater going until basically until there is a warm up of, I think it's minus 15 or 14, and then it shuts itself off. So then they won't get that chill in there. Even if the wind picks up, they can actually huddle up around the dog kennel, and they can't get themselves burnt or anything like that. And I'll make sure it's not near any hay or straw or anything at all that can affect it. Because right now my rooster has frostbite on his comb, and I hadn't had that before in that coop. So I feel very defeated right now, and really frustrated with this cold snap, because the guineas are fine. This is the first chicken that I've lost. We've had much colder temperatures. It's just the wind chill. The wind chill is what's getting everything. And you know, I can handle -40 and the animals are fine with -40, but as soon as them winds pick up, yeah, right? That's why you're in the house, because she's too. Oh, Elvie. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. I gotta go back outside. Everything else looks really good. The other chickens are okay, except for the one rooster with the frostbite. But they're actually up and about and eating and pecking around and scratching. So the guineas are all good. They all came to eat and drink, and they're all looking good. There's a couple of them that are shivering, but they're still pecking away and eating and stuff like that. They're not too affected. So I'm hoping that this wind, like the wind chill isn't bad today. I went out, it's actually much better than it was last night. So there's a bonus there. I'm very hopeful. Very, very, very hopeful. Just so sad. I hate that, losing an animal. I freaking hate it. I lost one guinea this spring, or this winter, early in the winter. It was one that had buggered up legs, and it should have been put down, but I had it in there. I kept it going, and I kept it like kind of doctored up to keep the other guinea company that wasn't accepted into the other flock. And now that it had integrated into the other flock, that other one had died. It didn't have the immune system to handle the cold temperatures, and that was a night that was -10, and it had a heater. It just couldn't survive because it was a sick bird to begin with. And that's the only one I've lost. I lost one early last spring or last winter, I think it was. And yeah, I think that we've done really well with keeping our livestock okay. The dogs and the cats, they have entry into the shop and the car garage. They have heated water. They have a heated space. The horses have shelter. They have a heated element in their water to keep their water temperatures warm. They're getting grain and supplemented feed to keep their metabolism, keeping them warm. Digesting food to keeping them warm, giving them hot feed, like lots of oats. And I'm giving them some senior food for added nutrition and fat, and I'm giving them lots of high quality hay that's really leafy. And they're really overweight, but I would rather have them overweight than thin in these cold conditions. So I guess I'll go get this set up. I just needed to warm up for a minute. Thanks for warming up with me. Now I gotta go back out and get back to work, get those chickens warm. I thought I'd show you what I got set up here, just in case this might be something you could do in emergency if you need to warm up your animals, or you know, you have pets, animals, whatever. This is something that I learned is very, very, very easy to do, and these are just a few simple tools that every homestead or every home that has any type of animals that are outside should have something like this in place in case of an emergency. So I just have this kennel thing, and I got a dish heater in there, and well, I'm gonna go set this up, and I'm starting to sweat. It's hot under all these layers of clothes. I got like 15 layers of clothes on today, and I needed them. Well, holy shnikes, she's alive. Okay. I feel so much better. I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry. She's alive. Vet RX, you guys. Vet RX. You need to get it. You need to get some. If you don't have any, it's really good stuff. But I have some heat going in here. As you can see, it's really cold. The birds all have frostbite. They're not very happy right now. So this is warming them up, getting them some good water with some Vet RX in there. It seems to be helping. I guess I found her just in the nick of time. And I do have just this little heater going in this cage, and it'll get it nice and warm in here for these hennies and the roosters. I did unplug. I have this heater going here. It's actually just, sorry, I'm gonna flip you around if you get dizzy. It's just a ceramic bulb. I have it unplugged right now because I have this big dish heater going. And I unplugged the water because it should thaw the water. And here she is. This is the one. She's just coming for a drink. There's VetRx in the water. And she's not interested. She wants to eat. She wants to eat. I'm so happy. Hallelujah. I wish I could bring them in the house, but I would be like divorced. I'm gonna have to make you ladies some oatmeal because we're out of chicken scratch. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm gonna go check the guineas and see if they're okay. I need more heat. Hi guys. Hi Pearly. This is the one right here that wasn't accepted in. And now she's accepted. That's why she's not huddled up though. She's an outcast, but she's doing really well in here. Are you guys warm? Okay, so I'm gonna go get a coffee, have a coffee, warm up a little bit, start a fire in the house, go bring in some wood, and then I'm gonna start making something for my pantry challenge. I was thinking about making bread, but potato bread, but I don't have enough flour. I was supposed to go pick up the flour that I had ordered. I ordered it like almost 3 weeks ago. My phone might, if I look a little funny, it's shaky because it's too cold and it's gonna kill my battery here. I had to put my glove on, it was too cold. I'm going to go get some, I was planning to go get some flour, but I'll have to make a plan on what I'm gonna do today for the pantry challenge. It's hot with all these layers and then you stop for a minute and it cools off, but I'm just so happy my hen is alive. All right, I'm gonna go warm up, have some coffee, and then I'll show you what I'm doing for the pantry challenge today. We'll see what we can find. Maybe we'll roast some pumpkins or something. That'd be fun. I won't be able to go to town today. I can't get a boost. The battery charger isn't enough to start it. So I'm stranded. I'm literally stranded, stuck at home, can't get nowhere. I don't even think our road's been plowed. We got like 4 inches of snow. So whatever. Just a day in the life. Today for my Three Rivers challenge, I'm making something out of some canned chicken. It's sort of like a hybrid between a chicken burger and a chicken finger and a like a fritter. I don't even know what to call it. It's just something I created to use up a jar of chicken that I had opened the other day. So I have some canned chicken and 1 chicken egg I added into this and just mix it up really well. Then some mayonnaise, some dill, parsley, pepper, salt, and a little tiny splash of lemon juice. Just mixed it up really, really well. Then I added some quinoa flour. I have lots of quinoa flour to use up, and I wanted to kind of do this gluten-free because I know many of you are gluten-free that are watching my channel as of recently, so I wanted to make sure I incorporated some of the gluten-free ingredients, some of the gluten-free ingredients that I had on hand, and this is a pantry challenge, so I don't typically reach for quinoa flour for a recipe like this, but I wanted to try it, and it actually worked really, really well. I added more of it than I would use like regular flour. Now, this is optional. I did add some cheese because I was really feeling, I kind of wanted that in there. If I wasn't using cheese, I would be using potato flakes, or leftover mashed potatoes. I made a honey dill sauce to go with it instead of like a ketchup or anything. So to this, I just have some honey, some dill, pepper, and some mayonnaise. I always prefer to use homemade mayonnaise, and usually we have so many eggs that I often have homemade mayonnaise on hand. So usually this kind of recipe, I like this recipe because pretty much everything I can make, or everything in this recipe, I can grow myself. For this one, you could use potato flakes if you have them instead, but I chose to use up some gluten-free panko in my like breadcrumbs that I found in my pantry, because this is a pantry challenge, so I wanted to use it up. But if I didn't have any of these, I would just use potato flakes that I freeze dried from leftover mashed potatoes. I put them on my cast iron pan. I clearly was not paying attention, and I know I'm gonna get some slack about this. My pan was not hot enough, but I wanted to try what they would do with the breadcrumbs and without. So I made 4 with breadcrumbs in this pan, and I had 1 without, just plain, without anything on it. I just wanted to see how it would fry up, just as an experiment. Because I put it on later, I wasn't flipping it quite yet, and my pan needed to be a little hotter. I need to get better at this. I really, really do. I wanted to try doing some in the air fryer, so I took and sprayed one of my stoneware pans that fits in the air fryer, and I just kind of made little patties and just shoved it on there. I put it on the air fry setting for 20 minutes, or 25 minutes, and then I finished cooking this, and then I got distracted with firewood, and I forgot to check it, and I ended up burning them in the air fryer, and they still taste okay, but they are really burnt and puffy, and they didn't really work very good. So I did pull a couple of these off, just put them on paper towel, because I absorbed way more oil than I would have liked to. I'm not a fan of frying, but it was just, you know, doing something different today. I would say, though, the one without the breadcrumbs did really well. I was actually very impressed. So this is how I plated it up, just with some lettuce and some banana peppers, like hot banana peppers that were canned, and some of the honey dill sauce on top with a sprinkling of dill. And let me tell you, they are so good. I really enjoy these a lot. I will use them in a wrap. They do freeze, so you can reheat them in the air fryer once they've been cooked, and they get nice and crispy, and they do have a really nice crunch. But like I said, if you didn't want cheese, if you're trying to be dairy-free, try using potato flakes, because they actually will work good. It's more like a fritter, and they actually work really, really well. Oh my God, there's my shame. Note to self, don't put stuff in the air fryer and then go outside. Whoops. Well, I think that's a wrap on today. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now. Take care.